Welcome to the now. This specific post being about focusing on what truly is your current relationship with yourself. A subject that's extremely dear to me as it's been my main focus for the last little bit, really delving into self nurturing and well being, and that brought upon by myself. Not to say that I'm just deciding on a fluke what is going to be my right medicine or whatever, but more along the lines of tuning into my body and listening to what's going on an energetic level, on a mental level, on a physical level, and on a spiritual level altogether. And so I've come to realize with a lot of things that have happened throughout my many adventures that there was a time where I did not necessarily feel self love, and consequently, I would attune my awareness to the outside world and be very focused on what other people thought and would try to live my life in that fashion so that I was always pleasing other people and being the person other people wanted me to be. But then lo and behold, everybody wants you to be somebody different. And so you're always switching between these different masks. And so I've come to realize recently that that might have been because of things that I have seen modeled in my life. And so that I thought that that was the norm and way to behave. But now I know that that is not how I want to continue. And I've shifted in my way of seeing life, in my way of being. And so that now I am being in a constant and open communication relationship with myself. Let me reformulate that sentence because it doesn't sound very good or doesn't feel right to me. I have decided that my relationship with myself is why I'm here. And that my relationship with myself is a parallel of my relationships with everybody else. So that when I am interacting with people, I cultivate presence and will, in situations where I'm not necessarily in agreement with the other person, or I'm starting to feel these or witness these emotions surfacing, these emotions being, I'm sure we're all in the same boat when we can say that every now and again anger surfaces, frustration, sadness, irritation, happiness, and the rest as well. But we tend to be a little bit more fueled, not fueled, but I don't know, peaked. I feel my negative emotions, and that bothers me a lot more than me feeling my happy emotions, if you know what I mean. So, not to keep you here forever, but when I started tuning in and listening, as opposed to trying to run and pay attention to other people and have other people tell me how to be so that it made it easier for me. I realized that there are things that I could change, very simple things like initially the things that I would eat, and then the way that I would spend my days or my time off, or creating balance, cultivating balance. And then that kind of sparked me wanting to move more and try different activities. And I found yoga, and then and prior to yoga, I had other activities that I did enjoy but shifted away from, and it's all in balance. And I'm blessed for that because I personally, regardless of me being a Taurus, get really, really frustrated doing the same thing over and over again. It's not my style. And it's no one else's. There's nothing that is identical. Even identical twins, and I'll tell you this for a fact, are not 100% identical. And I'll tell you why I know this for a fact. I worked with kids on the spectrum, and my first clients were twins. monozygotic twins, which means that they were identical twins and they did not have the same style of autism. So, okay, nothing is the same. And that taken into account, cultivating presence helps you understand that as an organic being, you always have to shift your equation to formulate the solution that'll fit your needs now. And so, by continuing to cultivate this presence and shifting into eating better, moving better, noticing when my body would crisp up and noticing how I would react to that, shifting how I would react from initially being angry at myself for not being able to do things to simply applauding or simply first acknowledging that my body was talking to me and that I heard it. And then now being able to encourage myself, because as my body talks to me, if I'm being still and I've got a sore muscle, or it talks to me because I'm working out and I'm over engaging a muscle, or a major group of muscles is firing up and I feel the muscular little tears, not in a bad way, in the sense that, I feel the workout, as opposed to getting all not as opposed to becoming a dictator in my brain and like whipping my body. I now applaud my body. And all I'm trying to say with this is I have, thanks to these different shifts of awareness and cultivating this amazing relationship of love with myself, have now invested not only in my nutritional well-being, in my physical well-being by moving, but I've also tuned into different outlets, whether it's books helping me understand different behavioral patterns, helping me create better routines, helping me see the history behind yoga or the history behind spirituality or the biomechanics of trees, whether it's specialists that I have consulted, osteopaths, acupuncturists, massage therapists, chiropractors. That entire network is there and was there prior to my shift. And I could have utilized them, but I didn't. And when I did, because I did see a few specialists before this shift of awareness where I'm cultivating a better relationship with myself. But I wasn't doing it for that better relationship with myself. I was doing it to get rid of a symptom. And so, to close this specific post, I want to let you know that those symptoms, those flags that your body's sending you, or that your mind is sending you, or that you're feeling energetically, or that you're feeling spiritually being that engagement, that like thrill, that inner pull towards things or pull away from things, it's telling you something. And so today, I had the opportunity to go and consult an osteopath that I was referred to by my dentist because I decided to invest in my teeth, because my teeth and my jaw and my neck and a lot of my different areas have been talking, even though I, from the outside, look like I'm built strong, which I am, but there's signals from the inside. And so this specific osteo was able to, in one, I wouldn't say brief, but in one session, figure out that my organs and my skeleton and everything is connected to that notion of self-love. And there was a very, very, very long period, and there have been many periods of different lengths in my journey on this sphere where I didn't think I deserved love. And I'm shifting. And I do truly believe that I deserve love. And a little exercise that I've been getting used to incorporating into my day to day appreciation is thanking my organs, which sounds strange if you might think, but it's to me just an extra step on thanking my muscles when they're helping me do the activity that it is that I'm trying to enjoy or just do or be in the process of witnessing. And so I've had issues with my teeth forever, and now I'm just simply grateful for my teeth, and I thank my teeth for staying with me even though I grind like a maniac at night, and grinding means like you rub your teeth against each other, you know. I'm extremely grateful for my neck, and even though it's tense and so on and so forth, the capacity to turn, and so those little shifts. And I can tell you personally, they've made an enormous difference. And I will continue to practice self awareness and mindfulness and self love because, and this I realized after my divorce, um, the greatest love you'll ever have. And there are different types of love out there, and you'll have many loves. And I know I've been blessed to have many loves. I love my father, I love my mother, I love my family, I loved my furry mascots, and then obviously still love them. I love my best friend. I love different individuals. So, long story short, the greatest love that you're ever going to live is with yourself. You're with yourself every day. You're that witness inside that's seeing what your energy field is able to come up with. So, do it with love for yourself. And if in the now you're realizing that there's things about yourself that you're not too keen about, don't be judgmental. Don't be critical. Just witness. Because there's no good and there's no bad in a moral sense. And that loops into another post I had a few moments ago where the actual Greek definition of good and bad is that good serves a benefit, it's beneficial, and bad or evil is non-beneficial. So maybe notice where you've turned into a little robot and you have those non-beneficial thoughts that are popping up about yourself, and how you can find a way to shift it. All the different books I've referred to till now have some form of reference to that, where they say that I'm a bad person can very easily be shifted into I've made a bad choice, because no, you're not a bad person, and so on and so forth. So that's the gist of it for now. Thanks for staying in tune. Keep tuning into you. And again, and as always, feel free to leave comments, like anything that you might have really resonated with, or refer to something you don't necessarily feel. And so that there is a continued energetic exchange. You can contact me directly, or you can find me out and about. I'll be teaching a 60-minute intro to vinyasa practice tomorrow, the 13th of August 2019, at Atlas Gym in St. Dorothy. I will then be at Skyventure for the rest of the afternoon, helping people learn to fly. And you'll catch me here again with more inspiration, motivation, and just true realness. Someone that you can connect with, relate to, or just tune out to, tune into. All in all, sending you immense amounts of love, because you're worth it. And catch you real soon. Peace out.